throwing on first down is Brady. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Brady now on first down. Throw left side, completion to Rice. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And now it's second down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
The fullback Janovich on the handoff. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is third and short. On third and short, this is Janovich. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They run for it with Woodhead. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Danny Woodhead taking it in from a yard out. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. They come. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Great play there off the end. Question, Charles, in a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the role of the ends?
What they want to do is control the edges of the defense. And you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game. Well, the defense wants to do exactly the same thing. In the defensive end, often against an offensive tackle, sometimes a tight end, they can't let themselves get hooked and let a running back get outside, because if they do that, that hurts the integrity of the defense overall.
My man, the encyclopedia. Throwing on third down, Stafford. This is Johnson. He's got it. He's got daylight. The 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, Titans. Their dangerous wide receiver. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Brady to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Man open, Rice. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And McDonald here over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that they're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hand. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Emmanuel Sanders, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Rams have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And they'll get set here looking for the two-point conversion. They'll try to run with Woodhead. And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Now Gordon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Here's Stafford now on second down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now it's Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Martellus Bennett, the intended receiver. And it's 4th down.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a third down attempt.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Johnson with a completion over the middle. Give him 18 yards on that one. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. And now the offense operates in the red zone. And it's 1st and goal now, but still 10 yards to go. They run it here with Gordon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Melvin Gordon, a 5-yard touchdown. the Titans are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. To throw, it's Brady. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL. So the defense forces a 3-and-out, but they got some help along the way. They threw it on first down, and when they were unsuccessful, it became second and long. Didn't get it again on another pass. Went third and long, and they almost had to put it in the air. They may want to rethink some strategy going forward.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. Here we go on fourth down now with Brady. Sanders has it over the middle. And he's eventually brought down, but not before he reaches the 39, just shy of the 40. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
10 yards still left on second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Brady will try again on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before half for Brady. Going up top. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they grabbed the lead just before half with a clock reading 0-0-0.
How about snatching things right at the end and grabbing a little bit of control? What a great way to go into the locker room. It's similar to a boxer flurrying in the last 30 seconds of a round and stealing the round. Great job.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Stafford now on second down. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They come out here in the eye. Another carry for the fullback, Janovich. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here's Woodhead. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Now a handoff to the fullback, Janovich. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go.
Now Brady doesn't like the formation here. He'll take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. It's caught by Sanders. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it with Janovich. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Andy Janovich, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead will grow by one more. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he doesn't, it's felt by the rest of the team, and they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Shift together here from the D-line. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Throwing is Stafford. Being chased out left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Graham. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And Sanders has got it complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And quickly, they get to the line. Brady now on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Sanders has it over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now in Jacksonville. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. So completion on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd. They run it with Janovich, the fullback. And a short gain down to about the 33. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. They'll try to field goal now with Graham Gano. This to make it a 3-score game late.
Came up about a yard short, but I can't help it, Brandon. I love it when the big guy gets the football and he tries to battle his way forward. There's something about those guys carrying the ball and watching people trying to stop them. That's just great theater.
And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Titans getting set to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's 3rd and short.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. 3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. 3rd and 2, Stafford. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they worked their way back on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They come out here in the eye. This is the fullback, Janovich. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I heard all the stories. I watched some of the tape of the old school guys, the throwback guys who were the punishing runners and knocked people aside to pick up yardage. I'm so glad I was sitting here today and got to see it with my own eyes.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Well, now a carry here for the fullback. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Andy Janovich, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Brady will look to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And the Titans are going to recover the football. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Now they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, And then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Give him 8 on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Here's Stafford. This will be caught inside the 10. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. And they're going to speed things up here.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. One man in the backfield is Gordon. To the air again, Stafford. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Hunter Henry from 4 yards out. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee. And that's at the 25. And the Rams getting set to go now. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be because...
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So they're operating in the red zone. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Marvin Jones, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Titans. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. A beautiful fake. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Brady going to throw here. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
To throw, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They come out here in the I. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not in vogue. They're not able to add another touchdown on. And now the ball game is over. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it from here for Charles Davis and the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com/Madden. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game, and you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The inaugural carry for Darren McFadden. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Throwing is Stafford. Henry's got it out on the left side. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On second down, here's Stafford. Flushed out right. They find some open field here. And he slides to avoid the hit. A good pickup there at 22.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's Stafford. This will be caught at about the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Melvin Gordon punching it in from a yard away. And the Titans have taken a first quarter lead. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. And another timeout called by the Vikings now. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Here's McFadden as they begin on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. That's
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Brady's Patriots going up against Carr's Raiders. With that, we'll get you out to Oakland, as we'll hand it over to our colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the new... And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. And the Oakland Raiders. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now on first down. Caught left side to Crabtree. And for that man, Crabtree just finished his 8th NFL season. Of course, the first 6 in San Fran, last 2 with the Raiders. Barely topped the 1,000-yard mark, but he did 1,003 this season.
It's been interesting to watch the career arc of Michael Crabtree, because you remember when he came out of college, came out of Texas Tech, he was seen as a pure #1 receiver. Many thought he was going to be a future All-Pro. But he settled in as the #2 guy in Oakland, and I think that's been great for him. Taking the pressure off of Amari Cooper and making plays himself.
On second down, here's Carr. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On play action, it's Carr. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to air one out. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Here's New England defensively. Last year, the #1 overall defense as far as points given up goes. And they've got a lot coming back in 2017.
Now, they certainly do. And let's go back to the Super Bowl. Trey Flowers, who was their leading sack guy in 2016, he had 7 in the regular season. He was a monster in the Super Bowl against Atlanta. He's back there for them. How about Dante Hightower at linebacker? His first Pro Bowl in 2016.
And that's caught at the 25. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Here's Murray. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Murray had the 1,000-yard season in 2015, followed that up with 788 last year. Now, also in the mix in Oakland, you had Washington, you had Richard. How do you see this backfield playing out going forward?
I think you'll see a similar combination going forward. I think that's one of the reasons that he dropped from a 1,000-yard runner to 788, because they had other options. They're able to bring in Washington, Richard. They can use different plays for those guys, a lot of versatility, and really upgrade their offense with an infusion of speed. But Latavius Murray, I think he'll still continue to be the lead guy out of that trio.
A nice run by him, don't get me wrong, but the blocking up front was a thing of beauty.
I think for an opening drive, how about that for an exclamation point? Just what you said. Good blocking, good vision, and he accelerated to the end zone.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Blunt, the lone running back. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. Gronkowski may have had to miss the Super Bowl with the injury, but he was active in that parade, and now he's back on the field. And I'll tell you what, something you mentioned to me is that he was a big cheerleader for his teammates, never hung his head through the injury, celebrated with him all the way through the title.
We've seen superstars in the past, when their team does well without them, they're happy.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now after the INT, it's Carr. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to... Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. That one goes for 38 yards. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the
and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Derek Carr scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front. Have the field general, the leader, just fall in behind him.
Janikowski on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Okay, partners, New England comes out here to take the field on offense. This is such an interesting story, how they've been able to do it year after year after year. Guys talk about parity in the NFL. Well, New England has kind of transcended that parity, and they've done it with guys that you don't normally think of as household names.
The parts keep changing for New England. That's the amazing part on offense, all right? Offensive linemen change, receivers change, running backs change. We know the one constant is Tom Brady, and that's a huge deal for them. But to be able to do it in what you call the parity times, and you're exactly right, everyone's supposed to be pretty equal. New England still a top 10 offense year in and year out. In 2016, they were number 4, and that helped them with a number 1 ranked defense as well.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount, and he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Perry Riley.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go play action here on first down. He's got time. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. All right, different topic here. 2018, the Super Bowl, traveling north, far north to Minneapolis. Early predictions for that one. Who you got?
Well, you know, everyone's still waiting in the NFL for a home team to play in its home stadium, right? So could the Vikings be that team? I'll start in the NFC, and I'm going to say no. I think Seattle. Starting to get near that maybe last run with their defense, but Earl Thomas returns. I like Seattle coming out of the NFC. How about you?
Well, I'm actually going to take a Dallas Cowboys NFC title run. I think that they came so close this year, probably most talented going into next year.
I like that one. Well, in the AFC, I'm going to go with a team that if they improve their defense and their quarterback stays healthy, they could be that team, the Oakland Raiders.
Okay, I'm going dark horse. Cleveland Browns. Let's go.
Hey, from worst to first.
And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. Here come the Patriots again on offense, the Super Bowl champions. And, boy, they have been able to do it a lot of times, Charles, with unsung heroes, haven't they? Look at the names that led them through the playoffs. Hogan, White, Lewis, guys you just wouldn't think of.
Yeah, Deion Lewis, a fifth round.
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Perry Riley. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Red 18. Red 18. Hold on, baby. Alert.
Carr to throw on second down. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Clive Walford, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Oh, look at the juke. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third. Throwing is Brady on third down. Going underneath for Lewis. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Perry Riley. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Now a play fake here on first down. Finding time. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. From the gun, it's Carr. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And it's a fumble. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. To throw is Brady. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that...
And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot, Patrick Chung. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So after the INT, it's Brady. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the gun, it's Brady. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
20. On second down, here's Brady. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
As a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman as time expires in the first half. And the Patriots are back within a score. And here on the road, that could be a huge score for their morale in the second half.
Every team has confidence going into the start of games. But sometimes you get it rocked a little bit, and this certainly applies here for them. But guess what? Just what you said. This touchdown can give them their belief back that they can win in the second half.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Blunt, the lone running back. And he'll get it up the middle. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Let's go! Like 20! Like we said!
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
20!
Here we go on 4th down now with Brady. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Here we go, rally. Wide and yay. We're going to rally.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Andre Holmes that time. 3rd down here. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Zebra. Here we go. Wide and yay.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Here's Wolford over the middle. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And it is incomplete. Little lull in the action here to go over an offseason storyline that's kind of interesting. LA a couple years ago, they have no teams, and now they're going to have 2 with the move from San Diego to LA. What does that mean for the league and for the Chargers?
It seems like an easier transition, doesn't it, than St. Louis when they moved back to Los Angeles.
Less culture shock.
Less culture shock, less, obviously geography, the whole deal. But it's a transition is not going to be easy. Remember, they're going to go play in a soccer stadium, essentially, for at least the first couple of years before they share a stadium with the Rams. So that changes things. Obviously, trying to create an identity in the market they haven't been in a long time. They began as the Los Angeles Chargers, but only played 1 season as such.
LeGarrette Blount was the intended target, and now it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think that...
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. Look at the big man rumble. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They slot Gronkowski outright. On first down, Brady. Slant route, caught by Edelman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Patriots a first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Brady now on first down. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. Rob Gronkowski. There he goes. A big play. Brady to Gronkowski. And even 40 yards. Ah, yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. When all else fails, you find big 87. So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Here's Brady. This is caught. Gronkowski. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. They lost 2 there, and it's third down. Gotta figure this is one they need here on third and goal.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Here's Brady to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Dave. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that. Out to kick is Janikowski. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So the Patriots coming out now. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Second down now after the pass completion. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. but everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. 26 yards on the play there. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. Fresh set of downs here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come up in an offset eye. Brady gives now to Blunt. Always got some breathing room. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Surveying the field, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
So they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
The throw left side complete to Hogan. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 20. Now Brady got to have this one. Dumps it off to Lewis. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 1st down, Brady. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage? Or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player, and they can influence you occasionally and look like they're getting ready to move, and the officials don't detect it.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. To throw is Brady. Wide open, Gronkowski. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Shotgun now for Brady. As a man and a it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots get a score closer. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 14 there. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
All right, here we go.
Again, it's Murray. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't both teams finding ways to click.